and it seems unlikely that it would be Luke Spencer, but we can't eliminate him with certainty until he calls us back, which is taking in order. McCall and Jackal Investigations, this is Damien Spinelli speaking. How can I help you? Yes, yeah, hey. Really? Huh. Yeah, okay, thanks. We will see you soon.
Luke?
No, better, Woodrow.
Woodrow? Wilson?
No. Woodrow is one of my stealthy men inside the Metro Court, and he has just witnessed Heather on the premises entering a room.
Okay, so Luke is staying at the Metro Court and Heather went to go see him?
Yeah, a logical but erroneous conclusion. The room in question belongs to one Todd Manning.
Hey.
Dad, hey, what are you doing here?
Checking out your new digs.
No, you can't come in.
Oh my gosh, look.
It's not another guy in a towel, is it?
No, Taya sent a picture of baby Victor. Gosh, he's so cute. I still can't think of who he looks like. Who do you think?
I don't need to see that.
Todd Manning? Father of Star Manning? The guy who just bought the Port Charles Press?
Yeah, he's rechristened it the Sun. I confess to having purchased
Well,
the
why would he be seeing Heather? What kind of business would they have to do with each other?
That is the salient question.
You don't think that he was the passenger in the car that night, do you?
He does not match the description that the officer provided of Heather's passenger. I mean, he's younger in age, and Todd Manning has a defining facial scar that you think the officer would have mentioned.
What are you looking for?
A history of Todd Manning. Seems he's been involved in several violent incidents.
What?
When he was still in college, he was convicted of rape.
Nice guy.
And most recently, he was charged with the murder of his twin brother, but was found not guilty on grounds of insanity. Evidently, he has PTSD.
Which means Todd could be as crazy as Heather.
Yeah, but stable enough to run a media empire.
Which brings us back to the same question. What kind of business would someone like Todd be doing with Heather?
Well, if you're feeling up to the task, what do you say we go find out?
Sometimes circles just...
One baby.
You still feel guilty?
Why would I feel guilty, Stark?
Because you killed his father?
Right.
Look, Dad, you can't change what you did, but you really came through for that baby, and Taya knows that.
Yeah, that's me. I went above and beyond.
And that counts for something, right? So look at this precious little boy. Now, I really gotta go. I really gotta get ready, please.
That rundown rag of a paper isn't gonna start making money on its own.
Oh, the shower is fantastic. Oh my God, you gotta feel that water pressure. It's ridiculous.
Where's your contact?
Right here.
Oh, Woodrow, this is Samantha McCall,
Hi.
the McCall and Jackal. Is this the woman you saw meet Todd Manning this morning?
Yes, it is.
All right. All right, well, thank you for your able assistance. And there is but one more thing, correct?
Make it fast. I saw Manning leave about an hour ago, but I can't say for how long. If you get caught, you never saw me.
Of course.
Okay. Would you be so kind as to stand guard while I
No. Why don't you stand guard? I'll go in.
Okay, your expertise does outweigh my own, but are you sure that you're up to
Stop
it?
asking me that, please.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. I will man the post while you search for anything that ties Todd Manning to Heather Weber.
Here we go.
Star's cool, right? Your buddy Trey, on the other hand.
Stop. I know you think he's manipulating us, but I'm...
Heather Weber is joining the workforce.
Can I help you?
This is all your fault. I still can't believe you got involved with that awful Anna Devane.
Yes. Yes, actually, see, I'm a private investigator.
Oh, goodbye.
No, you haven't even heard what I'm private investigating.
I don't need to.
Okay,
You're blocking my door.
Yeah, you can't go in there.
I can't? Beg your pardon?
Yet. You can't go in there yet.
And yet, in I shall go.
No, I'm sorry, but pardon the unseemly interruption. It's just that, as I said, I'm a private investigator, and what I'm investigating privately is a marital situation of some urgency and delicacy.
Why would I care?
Well, I was just hoping that maybe you might want to be of a keenly appreciated assistance.
No.
No. Well, as you might imagine, that my investigative efforts require me to make inquiries of the denizens of this fine establishment that might have information that might be germane to the case at hand.
Germaine, you want to know if I've seen anything?
Yes, indeed. You may be privy to information that might have an impact on my case, or even the delicate marriage of my clients, and you might not even know that you possess that information.
Well, why would I? And why would I tell you?
Just thinking that if you wanted to be of assistance, maybe we could go to the hotel bar.
You're asking me out.
I am? No. I was thinking, just on a professional basis, we could discuss the matters at hand over an appropriate libation.
I'm not the first guy to tell you that you talk funny.
Oh.
Did you get beat up on the bus a lot?
You're not?
No. Well, maybe, but not yet.
If you want me to adapt my speech, I can modify it, perhaps.
You don't need to. I don't need to hear any more. I don't want to hear about anybody else's personal problems. I've got enough of my own.
Oh. So I am. And it is a lovely room. Oh, wow, the view is stunning. And the decor is very tasteful. Furniture is just... wall treatment's really lovely, soothing. I can't quite make out the color. Dust.
Oh, it'll be blood
rust.
red in a minute. You don't stop babbling.
Mr.
You
Manning,
get the hell out of
I
my
implore
room.
you to help me, or at least to think about...
How do you know my name?
Everyone knows who you are. I mean, you are quickly becoming a prominent figure in our fair city, especially since the inaugural edition of your publication, The Sun. And might I say that the picture on the cover does not do you justice. Your unique physiognomy is much more imposing in person and renders you instantly recognizable.
Don't do that. Don't recognize me. I don't like to be recognized. Get out.
Gladly. Oh, shall we? Yes.
Well, congratulations on your career in journalism.
Thank you.
Obviously, it's very personal and painful to you, but to him it might be of little consequence. I mean, why read into it?
Why would he even notice an article about a stranger's baby that died? Much less go through the trouble of cutting and clipping, balling it up and throwing it out?
Mr. Manning did just take over the newspaper. Maybe he found the article unsatisfactory in some way.
Or maybe he's trying to find someone to do a better job. Check this out, Heather Weber's resume.
It's clearly padded to cover extended periods of, well, let's say unemployment. But
Yes.
Do you think maybe she...
It looks like Heather's trying to get a job with Todd Manning.
Okay, 1 chai tea latte with extra cinnamon and a shot of wheatgrass on the side. Not terribly tasty, but a good source of energy, which we will undoubtedly need in our efforts to uncover Heather's secrets. So, bottoms up, eh? First, Samantha, you okay?
Yeah, I was thinking about the baby.
Well, you know, I can handle this investigation on my own if you need to take some time.
No. I need to move on and try to focus on something else besides the pain. It's just I still have so many questions.
I wish I could give you some answers.
Yeah? Well, you can start by helping me figure out why Todd Manning kept that article about my baby.
Hey, son.
Got your message.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, of course. How's Kate doing?
Well, you know, she's been working with Dr. Keenan trying to figure out what caused your personality split. And yesterday she remembered something.
What was it?
Not what, who. That's why I wanted to talk to you. When I started working for Joe Scully, you know, I was groomed to be a major player in the organization, and Joe Jr., his son, it didn't sit well with him because he hated the fact that his father trusted me more than him. So he took his anger out on Kate.
Where is that son of a bitch right now?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, his father sent him underground years ago after this incident in Atlantic City.
In Atlantic City?
Joe Jr. ran a club for his father. He got in a little bit of a hassle with a stripper there, and he killed her.
Is it McBain's sister?
Scully knew that his son wouldn't survive in prison, so he asked me to keep quiet and let the police think that I did it. So they arraigned me in court in front of a judge who owed Scully a favor. They didn't have any evidence, so they let me go. That was the end of that story.
It's not the end of it. Not from McBain. He thinks that you're responsible for killing his sister.
I told McBain the whole story, what happened. I said, you know what? Joe Jr. shot your sister and ran away. I was kneeling by her body, trying to help her.
Did he believe you?
No, he didn't believe me. But I don't have proof of the actual killing. But there are records that show that Joe Scully was running the club and he vanished after the girl died.
Yeah, I think that McBain's actually following up on your story. Sam said he left Port Charles.
You talking to Sam again? That's a good thing.
Not really. I talked to her about coming home and she refused.
Sorry.
I mean, can you blame her? After what I did?
Why would Todd Manning care that my baby died?
We can't be certain that the article was his. I mean, it seems more likely that it was Heather's, right? We've established that she has more than a passing interest in you. Perhaps she, I don't know, dropped it while she was there to meet with Todd.
Okay, that makes sense. It's something she would do, carried around like some sort of sick souvenir. I mean, she does hate me. She came to visit me when I was in the hospital, and I wanted to throw her out, but I couldn't because her son was there. She was pretending to offer her condolences when I know she was gloating about how my baby had died.
She appears to be a dangerous woman.
Right. So why would Todd Manning, a media mogul, want to meet with her?
Well, given that you found her resume on the premises, it appears that she was there to procure employment, and if Olivia's email is of any indication, the meeting went well.
Manning gave her a job? Why would he hire her?
You need to get... According to Olivia, she secured work as a journalist.
Wait, she's gonna write articles?
Yeah, Olivia said that Heather could have any position she wanted, that Todd left it open to her.
Well, maybe Todd needs to spend some time in a mental institution. Why would he give her free reign over... Unless...
What?
What if Heather has something on Todd? I mean, it would explain why he would hire her. I bet you Heather is blackmailing him for a job.
No way of knowing Sam was in labor when you called those guys on McBain.
I should have never given the order to begin with.
But you tried to cut it off.
The damage was already done.
It was not your fault.
Sonny! You know, after the accident I had with AJ, I didn't remember anything about my life. I didn't feel anything for the people that I was supposed to. And you told me that was okay. That it was good, that I could stay detached and I do what needed to be done without emotions clouding my judgment. Sending those guys after McBain was all emotion.
Things happen.
I can't give Sam her baby back. She's never gonna have a chance to be a mother. I took that away from her when I sent those guys after McBain.
The baby had a condition. There's no way the doctors would have known if they were able to save him.
Kate's probably wondering where you are. You go take care of her. I'm gonna take care of
Wait, okay, hold on. I want you to find Joe Jr. and bring him to me.
You think that's a good idea?
I'm gonna take care of that bastard the way you took care of Franco. Thought of Joe Jr. laying his hand on Kate while she's begging him to stop and he's forcing himself. And you know, he hurt her to get back at me. You know what that feels like, right?
Killing Franco didn't fix everything.
I should let Joe Jr. get away with raping Kate?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying no matter what you do to him, it's not gonna change.
Kills me! that I wasn't there when Kate needed me.
All you can do is be with her right now.
Joe Jr. got her sick. He caused the DID, and now she's got to live with it the rest of her life. I'm gonna help her with that. But that animal, he has to pay.
Okay. I'm gonna make some calls, see if I can get a lead on where he's been all these years.
I told McBain, I said, you know, after Joe Jr. disappeared, Scully was taking calls from an associate in New Orleans, and I overheard him talking about a wire transfer to the Fleur de Lis.
What is that? Is that a restaurant or a club?
Well, I didn't want to know anything until, you know, I had to. But after Atlantic City, I don't think Scully's gonna let his son run a club. I don't even think, or even know if Joe Jr. is connected anyway, but it's the only lead we have.
I'll look into it.
Wait. Kate and I, we've managed to work our way back together. I think you and Sam can too.
You said Todd was looking for a fresh start, right?
He was acquitted of his brother's murder by reason of temporary insanity. But the admission that he was in fact the killer, that was enough to make him a pariah in Llanview.
Okay, so he relocates himself to Port Charles. He buys a newspaper so he can control everything that's written about him.
Yeah, it's a stroke of genius, really, to use the very medium that destroyed his reputation to resurrect him from the ashes, as it were.
Nothing like a little bit of positive press to change the way the people think about you, until, of course, you hire a former mental patient.
Yeah, Mr. Manning invested a considerable sum in the parent company LuxCorp. Why would he jeopardize his new acquisition?
I told you the only thing that makes sense is Heather's trying to blackmail him. It's the way she operates.
Yeah, I mean, you've been the victim of her blackmails.
Yes, I have. When Heather found out that Franco was possibly the baby's father, she was threatening to tell Jason before I had the chance to.
Again, what did she want in return for her silence?
Mine. She didn't want me to tell her precious Stephen Lars that she had sold another baby.
Right. And you kept her secret.
It makes me wonder what secrets Heather is keeping for Todd.
Ms. Miller.
Olivia retained our services in the hopes that Steve's mother could be returned to Ferncliff before any other harm could be incurred.
Yes, I know the case plan.
So we shouldn't worry about Todd's secrets. We should put all of our energy into whatever Heather is hiding.
No, we find out what Heather is using to blackmail Todd, and then we find out what Todd's secrets are.
Okay, a logical plan, but one obvious flaw.
What's that?
Well, I met Mr. Manning once. You were there. He did not like me very much, and in fact, to be more specific, he threatened grievous bodily harm. And he hasn't met you at all, so consequently, he's not likely to trust you, so how do we even get close enough to... Excuse me?
Olivia?
No, Diane. Gracious greetings. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear it. Wow. Yeah, no, of course, you can call me back.
Ouch. Sounds like she's upset.
Most definitely an understatement.
Something to do with the column?
To paraphrase, that scarred sociopath does not know who he's dealing with.
Todd Manning.
Yeah, and to further quote Diane, he's fired her and given her column to a former mental patient.
Sam is grieving for a baby that isn't dead.
Test results are back and everything looks normal.
Does that mean I'm done with these follow-up appointments?
For now, yeah, but I'll like you back in 6 months. And if you still don't have any problems, then I'll sign off on your chart and we can part ways for good.
Great. Look, I know that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and Robin. Thank you.
Jason, tell Sam that I'm sorry about your loss. And I know the words don't mean much, especially on days where you feel like pain is going to swallow you whole. But you'll find ways to cope, and eventually it gets a little bit better.
He is most definitely a scoundrel. Yeah, Blackbeard's scar does not hold a candle, right. Okay, bye. Mr. Manning claims that he was making changes across the board, but Diane is convinced that she was let go to make room for Heather Weber.
Heather doesn't know the first thing about writing a newspaper column.
Yes, a point that Diane was quick to point out. Mr. Manning said it was a matter of personal taste.
Does Mr. Manning know Diane? She's gonna sue.
Yeah, apparently Mr. Manning's assistant made that same observation, and his response was to immediately fire the assistant to prove that Diane was not being singled out.
Well, was she there when all this happened?
No, evidently he didn't think that she merited a face-to-face conversation. Apparently the assistant filled her in on all the pertinent details when she called Diane after her own wrongful termination.
Okay, so Todd Manning fires an award-winning best-selling author so he can replace her with Heather Weber, a former resident at Ferncliff? What do you think of my theory now?
I think it's correct. Heather must have something over Todd.
Well, we just have to find out what.
So did you confront the guy?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this has absolutely nothing to do with Jason.
You came to me, you begged for a job. You pushed me to fire somebody who was qualified, somebody who was a best-selling author, and I did that without blinking an eye. But I draw the line in cutting a check for you if you've done nothing to earn it. If you're gonna work for me, you need to work, like at a desk.
Are you forbidding me from leaving?
What if I am?
Well, I would be upset. And we both know what could happen if I get upset.